This is not good. Hey y'all, RoamTownGirl here. I probably don't look that great, but once we get into this video, you'll understand why. This is not good. And as you know, I have had no problem showing you every time I get thrown into anxiety. So today I am in anxiety. It's a little different. I'm obviously not crying. Counting 29, 30, 31, and any of the many other things I do. But I am concerned. I'm at a very high elevation for me, 8,400 feet, and I'm struggling with the altitude. At least I'm hoping I'm struggling with the altitude and it's not anything worse, like the cocoa bug has set up camp in my lungs, which of course that's my anxiety talking. Anyway, you know I did that video about medical devices that's good to have on hand, and I'm not sure, it's a blessing and a curse. For me, having this pulse oximeter is kind of a curse because I'm constantly checking it, and what's going on are my numbers are really low. Wow, that's interesting. Huh. So back in Sholo, I actually went to the urgent care and I had an x-ray and everything was fine and clear, but we did identify that even on a good day, the best my lungs ever seem to be is like 93, 94, 95. So I already kind of start low. The reason why I believe my lungs are a bit compromised is because I suffer from acid reflux. And so about every 2 months or so, I'll have a really bad acid reflux attack and I'll aspirate, which means that it not only comes up and burns my throat, but then it accidentally goes down my windpipe and I burn my lungs a little bit. So I am on medication, but it still happens. And I don't want to hear about how losing weight will make it better. I know. Sholo was 6,200 feet. This is 8,400 feet. I've been here about 2 weeks now, and my numbers are really low. So I thought it best to come to the local clinic, and they are going to do some breath tests with me, and they're going to give me their feedback if they're concerned or not, and also possibly they're going to give me a prescription for oxygen. So I'm gonna look like a little old lady, no offense to any little old ladies out there, pulling a little tank of oxygen along with me. But I'm really just here for peace of mind. I just want a medical opinion that they aren't concerned. Like right now, I'm 89. My numbers tend to be between 88 and 90. It's concerning me that I'm slipping below 90. Now, I'm not necessarily having any symptoms per se. Like, I do get a little out of breath, you know, if I make the bed, I'm like, oh, I gotta sit down for 20 minutes. I'm not riding my bike. That would be way too much exertion for me right now. I'm a little blacky outy, but you know, nothing like when you stand up too fast. Like if I was feeling like that, I would be very worried. I'm here to find out what they say, and I'm bringing you along with me. So this was kind of interesting. When I first came in, there's like a little atrium room. Here, I'll show you. And so before I went into the center, they took my temperature, which I don't have a fever, and they asked me if any of these were true for me. So that was kind of different. The doctor didn't feel comfortable with me videotaping while I was in there, so I couldn't do that. The good news is nothing to worry about. So I'm gonna have to tell you all the cool things I learned when we get back to camp. How about that? In the meantime, look at this amazing place where I am at. So you wanna know what the doctor's prescription was for me? You ready? That's right, folks. The reason my pulse oximeter readings are so low is because I'm dehydrated. I learned so much about dehydration and the reason for getting a low reading. I'm gonna tell you all about that right now. So now that we're back at camp, let me tell you more about what the doctor told me. So apparently the way these blood oximeters work, they take the reading through your skin and go through to your capillaries. And apparently there are all kinds of things that can impact your reading and make it read actually lower than it truly is. Some of those things are the temperature of your skin, your blood pressure, if you're stressed, if you're anemic, your age, if you're fat. I don't want to hear it. And in my case, hydration. I gotta hurry up and do this before it starts raining again. So there's this thing called peripheral capillary circulation. And what it basically means is that if there's not enough water in your blood, then the red blood vessels are constricted and you've got a really low volume of red blood cells, because usually they would be more spaced out. Now, the reason why I am challenged with staying hydrated is because I do have a problem. I admit it. I'm an iced tea-aholic. I know I should drink more water, but the truth is, every time I'm thirsty and my choices are water or iced tea, I go for the iced tea every time. And of course, even though tea has lower caffeine than coffee, it still is a diuretic. So basically for every cup of caffeinated tea I'm drinking, I'm losing 2 cups of water. So since I think it's really unrealistic that I'm ever gonna give up on the iced tea, the next best thing is to try to add in more water. So for instance, this bottle of iced tea that I probably drink at least 1 of these a day is 24 ounces. So this is what I found at the store. This is 50 ounces. Now, I'm not saying I've done a good job of drinking a whole one of these every day, but it's a start. Well, I hope I made you laugh, and I hope I helped you learn. If I did a good job on this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And I'd love to hear about, do you do a good job staying hydrated? And I'm having a little hiccup with YouTube. They just dramatically reduced my subscribership. They took away like 1/4 of my subscribers for reasons I have no idea. So if you have a minute, take a look and make sure you're still subscribed. And if you're not, please resubscribe. And if you haven't yet, I don't know what you're waiting for, because new subscribers are always appreciated. See you next time.